Welcome to lben's Teahouse, and a fine good evening to you, my friends. Thanks for dropping by. It's lben taking the mic. Now, back in my northeastern roots, we've got this traditional dish, Korean dog soup. I bet some of you are already grossed out. Ready to smash that off button. Dog eating's been quite the hot topic online lately, if you're itching for my 2 cents. I'd say we should probably pass on the pooch. Some ask, if we gobble up pork, what's wrong with dog? Here's the thing, pigs were penned for plates, but dogs? Nah, they tagged along with our nomadic ancestors, munching on leftovers like old bones. As the weaker wolves latched onto human scraps, bam, they got domesticated and turned into man's best bud. Once tamed, dogs became priceless, they helped with hunting and sniffed out danger like pros. Whether it's a beastly ambush or sly assassins from rival tribes, dogs could signal a heads up, saving us from countless catastrophes. Plus, thanks to Fido's nose, humans slacked off on the scent evolution. No kidding, we might still be grunting without language if it weren't for dogs. Why? Keener sniffers mean bigger noses, and nobody wants to speech with a honker like that. So, the original idea wasn't to butcher them for a barbecue, alright? Let's show some mercy. Speaking of dogs, our story tonight involves a morning at the Teahouse. The doors had just opened when in comes young Chen from the south. Guy's a go-getter in Beijing, dressed to the nines, which pretty much says money. Some might say that's judging a book by its cover, but hey, we dress for success, and even dogs wear bells to join the fun. People respect the spruced up, and dogs, well, they know who's boss. Back to Chen, dressed sharp means getting the VIP treatment. If you doubt it, try walking into my tea house in just your boxers, see if you get past the threshold. I've known the guy for years, sometimes he brings friends for a chat. Today, Chen rushes in all flustered. First thing he says is, "Boss Yang, we've got a situation." I'm like, "Hold your horses, let me pour you some hot water." I grab the teapot, but then he drops a bombshell. His dog Maomao saved his life last night. The teapot nearly crashes to the floor. Brother, didn't Maomao hit doggy heaven? After the pour, Chen unravels the tale. He jumped on the entrepreneurship bandwagon during Prime Minister Li Keqiang's push for innovation. The saying goes, 9 out of 10 startups flop, but Chen was the lone survivor. How'd he manage without startup cash? Funding rounds, angel investors. Series A, B, C. The money snowballed. But it wasn't smooth sailing, he'd seen multiple investors, no dice. Then came an interested party up in the northeast. Chen's on a plane straight away, the investors this big shot, let's not name drop, shall we? A few shady past endeavors, but money talks. Last day of the trip, nothing settled and a slim chance of success. Still, last day's worth a last-ditch effort. There's this farmhouse, they said, serves up the best dog meat this side of the DMZ. Think about it, big wigs from cities like Beijing, Shanghai, Shenzhen, they rarely get a shot at dog stew. Fancy banquets are all French gourmet or high-end cuisine. So, chowing down on dog meat was pretty thrilling for them. But Chen? His head's all about the big bucks, not what's for lunch. They're out to the sticks and find a buzzing spot, clientele packed like sardines but a private room's been booked. Let's take a tour, they suggest, wanting the full experience before settling into the fancy private room. And off they trot to the yard, rustic, open air, chefs bustling all around. Over yonder, some guy was busy putting a dog down. Let's not get too graphic, I'm sure you get the grisly picture. It's cruel, nothing like the delicate art of Mongolian sheep slaughter. They can do it gently, pressing the sheep down, belly up, one hand on the hooves, a 2-inch cut in the chest, a quick reach inside to clamp the aorta, bam, all blood contained neatly within the chest cavity. The meat's tender, tooth-friendly, no gamey taste, blood's clean enough to make into savory sausage. But dog? They hang it upside down, give it a whack on the noggin, too many whacks, and it's a bowl of soup. No need to paint a bloodier scene, but it's the harsh truth. Everyone's rightfully grossed out, taking a lap wanting to get back indoors to eat, when suddenly someone shows up dragging a dog, shouting from afar, "You guys take dogs." The chef drops his knife and darts over. "That's a fine-looking black dog, how much?" "It's a German breed. Got inspired by all those dog owners online, snagged one, but nah, having second thoughts. No time to care for it, plus lost a card game last night. Tried to return it, no dice, can't gift it, and no way I'm wasting the $2,000 I spent. I'll let it go for $1,000, You keep it or chop it, not my problem anymore. The chef's like, don't care if it's German or Japanese, we pay by weight, these live dogs, 18 yuan per pound. Take it or leave it? The two go back and forth. The dog hangs its head, seems to sense its doom, looking pitifully at our guy Chen, making whimpering sounds. Chen notices the dog, a German shepherd, locals call it a wolf dog. He wonders, is it looking at me? He shifts positions and yep, the dog's gaze follows him like a lost teen at a rock concert. The more Chen looks, the more pitiful the dog seems. Human nature, you know, when you're down on your luck, your heart goes out to other creatures even more. I've come a long way, my deals are bust, and here I am, barely getting by, and this dog, well, it's got it worse. Out of nowhere, he gets this burst of energy, digs into his wallet, hands over $1,000, and bags the dog. What the heck did you buy the dog for? Everyone laughs. Well, Chen bluffs, I'm born in the year of the rabbit. A fortune teller said I need a dog chasing me to pick up the pace. They ask if he's gonna partake in the dog feast now. I might not touch the stuff myself, but I'll defend to the death your right to chew it. Everyone cracks up as the moment passes. Back in Beijing, the lad, living solo, now had himself a dog, perfect to stave off the loneliness. So, my buddy Chen, he's got this routine down, right? He clocks in at work, and his dog, dear Maomao, just chills at home, eagerly awaiting his return for their nightly stroll around the block. Now, this dog is a straight-up genius, never leaves a mess. Seems to get every word Chen says. You ask for your slippers, he fetches your slippers. Tempt him with treats, but if you say nope, that dog's willpower could put a saint to shame. Won't take snacks from strangers either, strictly a one-man dog, guide dog level loyalty here. Chen adored Maomao, and sure as my grandma's false teeth, it was like the year of the rabbit brought this lucky pupper into his life. Post Maomao adoption, Chen's career soared, things just clicked. Scooped up an angel investor hotshot, beefed up the team, the whole shebang. There was this one time, Chen's out celebrating a sealed deal, one too many toasts made, he's strolling home merry as a lark. Maomao's waiting up for him, so Chen plonks down on the sofa, fiddles with his phone for a bit, plays with the pooch, then feels the munchies hitting. He fires up the stove for some instant noodles, cranks up the heat, and, oh, look, a notification. Distracted by WeChat and tanked as a fish, he dozes off. Next thing he knows, feels like someone's pressing down on his chest. Takes a deep breath, and, man, the place reeks of gas. Maomao's paws are right on his chest, eyes deep and concerned. The moment Chen's eyes snap open, the poor dog just collapses, doesn't move a muscle. Turns out, water boiled over, doused the flame, but the gas was still hissing away. Maomao mustered all his strength to save his human but succumbed to the fumes. Yeah, I remember you telling me how you were shaken up for ages, it was a rough patch. But listen up, there's more. So, Chen's barreling down the highway from a business trip, slicing through Hebei's smog like a hot knife through butter, right? It's late, eyes drooping somewhat, so he's squinting hard, fully alert. As he's drawing closer to Beijing, the smog thickens. Out of nowhere, a shadowy figure looms up on the fast lane, not even a cat's leap away from his car. He's bleary-eyed but snaps to attention. Peeks in the side mirror, a car's trotting up to overtake. Trapped, can't swerve, too late to brake. Pure despair. But then, crystal clear, he spots a dog, barrels out, slams into the shadowy figure, and poof, everything's gone. The car slows to a crawl, wheels crunching as he swivels the steering wheel, the vehicle skids, hangs in limbo. He's shaking like a leaf, drained of all strength, scared, wanting to cry but the tears won't come. And he swears, the dog he saw was Maomao. By some miracle, he flags down roadside assistance, sits in his car with the heater cranked up, pondering the apparition. Was it just a hallucination? Why did Maomao appear? His theory is, Maomao had this bond with him, the original owner had unsettled scores, and the dog switched loyalties. Saved Chen once, gave his life for him, and maybe, just maybe, came back when he sensed Chen in peril again. But hey, life swings on and here we hit today's end. Woke up to a piece of news that soured my milk, down in Yunnan, Lijiang, some gal bought a kitten. Regretted it. No returns, so she does the unthinkable, drops the kitty back at the pet shop lifeless. Goes to show, some folks don't think twice about pets, get 'em, don't want 'em, and leave the rest of the universe. What a world, eh? You eat or you keep, that's your call, but let's ease up a bit, huh? Less of that negative energy, it's a heavy load as it is.